Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Let us begin to read. Let us begin to read the second lesson from textbook Snapshot. I'm going to address you the second lesson, the address. I would request all the students to have the textbook in your hand so you can understand well. It is written by Margot Minko. Very nice lesson, very easy lesson to understand. I'm going to read from page number 10. The second lesson, we have already finished the very first lesson of this textbook. Name the summer of the beautiful white horse. Inshallah, I am going to send you question answer of the taught lesson through WhatsApp, inshallah, today or tomorrow, either today or tomorrow. So let us begin to read the lesson. Before I read this lesson, let me give you the small introduction of this lesson, then after summary, then after we read the lesson. The story is about the human predicaments, difficulties, hardship, struggles. The story is about the human predicament. Follow the pre-war and post-war. It is about the pre-war, during the war and post-war. The entire story is divided into three parts: pre-war, during the war and the post-war period. Mrs. S, this is a protagonist, she is the character. Mrs. S, who was a Jew, was a rich lady. She was very rich lady and she was a Jew. People belong to Israel are known as Jewish peoples, right? They follow Old Testament. Mrs. S, who was a Jew, was a rich lady. She was very aristocratic, very affluent and very rich lady. Whereas Mrs. Darling, her friend, Mrs. Darling was a non-Jew and they both were friends. Now what happened? Jewish people living in that particular area were treated very badly. They were being targeted as they were minority, marginalized people. So they were being targeted by majority people, right? They were being tortured, they were being killed, their houses were set on fire, their houses were burnt, they were killed. So she belonged to such area where Jews were targeted. And she had a close friend, Mrs. Darling, who was not Jew. Right? Third character, the girl daughter of Mrs. Jew. So there are three characters. Mrs. S, who is Jew, she had daughter, right? Name is not given, and her friend Mrs. Darling, who is not Jew. The girl daughter Mrs. S had lost her house and her mother during the war, and now she had decided to come back to her possession from Mrs. Darling, an acquaintance whose address was given by her mother years ago. I will let you know the summary of this story, inshallah, but this is an introduction. When she reached the house, the women treated her with a cold reception and didn't let her into the house. She decided to go back anyway, and then she met her daughter, who let her in and told her to wait inside. When she saw all the possession in front of her, she could not connect with them and decided to leave the house. So this was an introduction of this lesson. Now let me tell you the summary of this lesson so you can understand the lesson very well. After ringing the doorbell of Mrs. Darling, let me tell you the first background of the story. Mrs. S, who was a Jewish lady, and Jews were not treated well. They were tortured, they were killed, they were burnt alive by a majority group of people. So at that time, she was there living in such an area where there was no majority population. There was not that much population of Jewish people. So it was probability and possibility that her house might be set on fire, her house might be destroyed by non-Jewish people, right? By Nazis people, by a group of Hitler people. So as she was living in such area, so she was very much worried about belongings. She was very much worried about belongings or the vessels or the things which were there inside the house. So she came into contact with Mrs. Darling, and Mrs. Darling was not Jew. She would come to her house every day. So Mrs. S told Darling to take. She requested her, She requested Mr. Darling to take all her possessions, to take all her belongings, to take all her vessels or things or goods at her house, because her house might be set on fire. Her house might be destroyed by a group of people, right? At least, so if her house get destroyed, at least she will be able to, if she would give all the possessions of her house to Mrs. Darling for a short period of time till the atmosphere become normal, at least she would be able to save her belongings, her things, her goods, or her vessels. So Mrs. Darling would come to her house every day, fill her suitcase with vessels and belongings and goods, and take it every day. So by this way, she was vacating her house in order to keep her belongings safe and secure. So she hands over her belongings to Mrs. Darling. One day, her daughter come to her house. Her daughter was not living with her. She was there living very far away from her house, as it was not safe for her. It was not safe. She was studying and she was living far away somewhere in rented house. And one day she came to her house and she met her mother. And at the same time, Mrs. Darling also came at her house. And Mr. Darling was leaving her house, filling the suitcase, filling the very big bag with the vessels, with the belongings, with the goods. And Mrs. S told her daughter that she is Mr. Darling and she is giving her possessions, her house belongings to her in order to keep it safe and secure. Once the atmosphere become normal, she will take her belongings, she will take her vessels back from her. So there was a small introduction done between Ash daughter and Darling. And Mrs. Darling was very cunning, was very greedy, right? She just looked at her and she also looked at her, and they did not have any conversation. The meeting lasted only for 1 or 2 or 3 minutes. Then after she departed. And Mrs. daughter asked a question to her mother, where she is there living, and she told her that she is there living 46 house number 46, Marconi Street, at that particular place. And the address given by her mother got stuck inside her mind, and she remembered the address. Now there was a war, right? There was during the war, it was about the pre-war. Now during the war, there was a riots took place inside the area, right? Riots took place, mob came, destroyed the houses, and so and so. And during that riots, Mrs. S, she died, she passed away. Now it's not because of riots, but she passed away during the war. Daughter was there living far away from her house. Now the atmosphere became normal, everything was normal, people were able to come out of their houses. There was no riots, there was no mob, there was no lynching, there was no any kind of atrocity committed on Jewish people. It became normal atmosphere. So Mrs. Darling's daughter, she decided to go back to her house. And when she went to her house, she found her house destroyed. She found her mother was no more. She found her, and she thought that belongings. She thought of her belongings. She thought of her goods. She wanted to have though she didn't want, but she wanted to see her belongings. So she went to. She decided to go to a place. She decided go to a place where the address was given. So she remembered the address given by her mother. So she went back. She She boarded on the train, go to that place. When she went to a given address, in order to have the possession, in order to see her belongings, her materials, her things, her house materials, so she rang the bell, and one lady came out of the house. That was Mrs. Darling, and she asked the question if she recognized her, and she answered it that no, I don't know. She pretend to recognize her, right? And she was wearing her mother dress. She was wearing her mother dress that was given to her, and she didn't open even the full door, and she failed to recognize her. She says that I came. The address was given by mother. She is no more now, and I'm just here to meet you. And she says that no, sorry, I don't have that much time. You come later on. I think you are under mistaken. You are under wrong address. She went back to she left her house, boarded on the train. Right? She got on the train thinking that she was at the perfect address, but the lady failed to recognize her, surprise her. Then after a few days, she decided to once again go back to the same address. When she went back to the same address once again, Mrs. Darling was not there. Instead of Mrs. Darling, she found her daughter. So she rang the bell. She was welcomed by her daughter. She went inside the house. She saw the possession of her house. It was there, lying here and there. It was there in topsy-turvy way, and very bad smell was coming out of the house. She saw her possessions. She saw her tables, spoons, and everything, and it reminded her of the danger condition of the war. She saw her possession, everything. Then, as it reminded of her mother and the bad condition of the war, she suddenly decided she decided not to take the possession of the materials, and she was there talking with the daughter of that Mr. Darling, and she decided to go back, and she left that place suddenly, and she decided she decided not to take the possession of the of all these vessels or belongings or things, and she decided to forget the address. This is the summary. Now let me tell you the summary. In nutshell, after ringing the doorbell of Mrs. Darling, who lived at number 46, Marconi Street, the protagonist was given cold reception. She was not given that much good receptions, right? And Mrs. Darling took much time to recognize her. Mrs. Darling had thought everyone in the protagonist's family was dead and asked if anyone else had come along with her. Mrs. Darling refused to let the protagonist inside her home and told her to come back sometimes later. So she failed to she pretended to recognize her, and Mrs. Ash's daughter wanted to meet her. She wanted to spend some time with her, and she said that she was very busy. The protagonist recognized her mother's green cardigan, which Mrs. Darling was wearing. She decided to go back to the train station and thought of her mother and how she told her about Mrs. Darling, who was an acquaintance of her. During the war, Mrs. Darling would visit their house and take their possession with her, as she didn't want them to get lost if they ever left the place. Mrs. Darling had a broad back. So during the war, during the pre-war, Mrs. Darling would come to her house every day, and she would take the possession. She would take all her belongings and all her vessels in order to for the safety purpose. The protagonist decided to go to Mrs. Darling's home to get back the belongings. So after the war, when when the circumstances become normal, she decided to get back their belongings. When she rang the bell, Mrs. Darling's daughter answered the door. She let her in, asked her to wait in the living room. When they were crossing the passage, the protagonist noticed their Hanukkah candle stand that they had never used because it was very big. When she reached the living room, she was horrified as she saw all her mother things that were arranged in a tasteless manner, in a topsy-turvy way. The furniture was ugly and the room had muggy smell, and it made her disinterested, and she wanted to leave the place. Mrs. Darling daughter offered the cup of tea, and the protagonist noticed that the old tablecloth that had burn mark on it when the girl was showing her silver fork and spoon that actually belonged to the protagonist, and she jumped up and walked out of the house, and she decided not to visit the place again, and it brought back the memories of the past. Hence she decided to get the address. She decided to forget the address, not get the address. She decided to forget the address. So once he was not welcomed by the owner of the house, that is Darling. But after a few days, she once again decided to go back to the same address. When she went back to the same address again, she was welcomed by the daughter of Darling. She went inside the house, seeing her belongings, which was there in topsy-turvy way, and very bad smell was there coming out from the house. And so she decided not to take possession back, not to take belongings back, but instead forget the address, and she left the place. I will inshallah discuss the very first, we'll read together the lesson in the very next video. This was the summary introduction of the lesson. Inshallah, we will begin reading from page number 10 in the very next video. Meanwhile, Allah Hafiz.